All right, so this is an in-class assignment from April the 2nd. So this should be in your notes, but if you were not here, this is just a quick review. And I have about less than 10 minutes to get this done, so that's my goal. So annotate notes, what is meiosis? Answer the questions as you read. Oh, why is this so, looks weird. So at the start of the 1900s, Walter Sutton, an American geneticist, studied the cells of grasshoppers. Oh my gosh, crazy. He wanted to understand how sex cells or gametes, the sperm cells and egg cells, form. He hypothesized that chromosomes are the key to learning how offspring have traits similar to those of their parents. In his study, Sutton observed that gametes have half the number of chromosomes found in body cells. So the sperm and egg had half. We already know that, though. How do gametes end up with half the number of chromosomes as body cells? The answer to the question is a form of cell division called meiosis. So what is a gamete? All you had to put was sperm cells. You can just put sperm, that's fine. Sperm cells and egg cells. Okay. Gametes, that's been a review all the way back to probably the reproduction system. Why do we have meiosis? The purpose of meiosis is to make sure that offspring have the correct number of chromosomes, one from each parent instead of two from each parent. Because we had two from each parent, it's going to be, gosh, this looks weird to me, whatever. You'd have, 92 as opposed to 46. So meiosis divides the nucleus twice, once to duplicate the chromosomes and once to separate them. Each dividing creates 4 new cells with half the number of chromosomes for reproduction. So using the reading, summarize the purpose of meiosis. Really easy. The purpose of meiosis, I just feel like this is not zoomed in enough. The purpose of meiosis is to make sure that offspring, so babies, offspring have the correct number. The purpose of meiosis is to make sure that offspring have the correct number of chromosomes from each parent. In this case being one from each parent. Okay, so one sister chromatid from each pair, or from each parent. So the purpose of meiosis is to make sure that offspring have the correct number of chromosomes from each parent. 7 more minutes, we're good. Meiosis part 1. Meiosis has 2 distinct parts. Meiosis 1 acts exactly like mitosis with asexual reproduction or the cloning of cells. This creates 2 diploid chromosome pairs or daughter cells. Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes or 46 total in all body cells. So this is essentially just it's going to create daughter cells just like mitosis. So the purpose, or what happens during meiosis part 1, it is just the creation of 2 daughter cells. And it's just like mitosis. So it's still going through, in this case, they usually call it prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, and then for meiosis part 2, they'll call it prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, or I just said that the wrong way, prophase 2, anaphase 2, metaphase 2, telophase 2. So meiosis part 2, so now we have those 2 daughter cells, they're diploid, they still have the complete set. Meiosis 2 is when the egg or sperm cells form. These are called the gametes. Without interphase between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, each chromosome divides in half, creating 4 daughter cells. Each cell has half the number of parent chromosomes. This is called haploid, meaning half or not paired. Haploid cells are necessary for organisms with sexual reproduction. So unless you are a bacteria cell who reproduces maybe by binary fission or budding, it's going to be the same way. So otherwise, you would have 2 complete sets of chromosomes, 1 whole set from each parent, and organism would not survive. Humans have 23 chromosomes in each gamete. So summarize that both parts of meiosis. This can be really easy. So meiosis 1 produces 2 diploid cells with 23 pairs of chromosomes. Okay. While meiosis 2, those Roman numerals, Meiosis 2 produces, not 2, but 4 haploid cells. Okay, I'll draw one of my lovely arrows that have half the number of chromosomes. In this case, 23. 23 total, not 23 pairs. They only have half the number. Okay. And then real quick, fill in this little chart. So the type of reproduction, mitosis, I think is asexual. And this one is sexual reproduction. Number, or type of cell created, excuse me, is diploid. This one is haploid. Number of cell, whatever actual divisions, this is 1, this is 2. Number of daughter cells, this is 2, and this is 4. So it's produced here and here. Number of chromosomes produced as compared to the parent cell, it's the same. Okay, they have the same number as the parent cell, while this one only has half. Okay, so I know it says don't write a number. Whoops, 23, and this one has 46. Okay, and that's the end of that.